bWo faithful, it is I, your wrestling professional, the voice of the bWo promo division, hashtag DB greatness, hashtag golden, voice of the golden pillars. I just love that, and the last of a dying breed. And welcome to Promo Division Live. We are on the road to better watch out, and a lot has happened in a great year being 2023. We will also show you one of the best things of 2023 being our developmental brand, BXT. So much so that we will be showing a special showcase of BXT being the match that just happened this past Wednesday. Your Commissioner, Tuck, taking on the BXT exclusive champion, the Arrow Orion Beckles. Such a great match that we had to show it again. But better watch out is around the corner and things are happening. In our main event, your bWo World Heavyweight Champion Jay the Ace is taking on the young gun Steven Faison. And the challenge has been made to Joey Ramboa for the Talk Your Shit Championship against the Bronx Bomber. Now, we haven't heard from the Bronx Bomber in a bit since he went down with injury, but he is alluding that it was Joey Ramboa that took him out. Now, we're waiting for a response. So, without further ado, let's hear from our two world champions, being the Talk Your Shit champion, Joey Ramboa, and your bWo world champion, Jay the Ace. Take it away, fellas.
Ya tenemos adornado el árbol de Navidad para dar al invitado sorpresa y felicidad.
I accept.
The following was paid for by the Pillars.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is your boy Tommy G. Esquire. You thought it was going to be Jay the Ace? Nah, baby, it's his freaking manager. But he has prepared a statement, and it reads, I, Jay the Ace, have prepared the statement. I unfortunately will not be able to join PDL this week. He's got a busy freaking schedule ahead of him. What do you want? It is with a heavy heart, a very heavy heart indeed, that I won't be able to respond to the multiple things being asked of me, and as your champion, fuck you, Bobby. It would be unbecoming to leave questions unanswered, so I shall respond to each of the issue of importance. Issue number 1. Anyone looking to cross the golden pillars have officially been put on notice. Any and all challenges are welcome, but note this. Any and all who challenge us will get a response from all of us. Not just one, all. That's how we run, baby. Number 2. Did anybody watch the 49ers and Eagles game? Shit was dope. I don't know who won since this was written long before the game, but damn, I'm sure it was crazy. Go Niners! Number 3. Orion the Arrow Beckles. I appreciate you responding to my challenge, albeit too late, but unfortunately, my pride and ego will not allow me to travel down to your indie outlaw mud show bullshit just to provide the power gap between us, but I'm sure you would have done your best. When you decide you want to lose on a big stage, let me know, but be aware, you have to earn this ass whooping. In the meantime, I have found you a perfect replacement, a perfect opponent, a perfect challenger. My agent, Tommy G. Buckle up, kid, because I'm about to get a sweet freaking headshot. 4. Tuck? What the fuck? You up and died, came back to life to intercept my title. I'm pretty sure that's a federal freaking offense. That's against the law. You can defy death, but you can't escape the long arm of the law, my friend. When was I ever unavailable to talk to you? How could you talk, you piece of shit? We're gonna have to sit down and figure out why you have my bWo title. 5, and lastly but not least, Young Gun. despite demanding a bWo title match even after you lost your last title match. You are long overdue for this piping hot ass whooping by yours truly, JDH. It would be my honor and contractual obligation to defend the bWo title against you. Granted that you get permission from good old Daddy. Daddy Bones to sign your permission slip. See you and better watch out. And that is all, folks. Thank you, bWo. Thank you, Tommy G. Glizzy. Oh, that just warms my heart. I'll see you all at Better Watch Out and Tuck. I'll see you next week.
Just as fast as this show happening, just as fast as new matches being made, it's official. At Better Watch Out, the Talk Your Shit Championship will be on the line as Joey Ramboa will be defending his title against the Bronx Bomber. And you just heard Jay the Ace is representative, being Tommy G. Good to see him again. He is going down to BXT next week to face the champ, the Arrow, Orion Beckles. Oh man, this is why I'm calling the Arrow. It's official. This is your new nickname, bud, whether you like it or not. The Young Goat. He is already having every eye on him. And sooner or later, he's going to be on that main roster. Wait. Okay. Well, I wasn't planning for this, or didn't have this on the show sheet, but it seems that there is a message from the bWo Promo Division General Manager, Don Krypton. So without further ado, take it away, sir.
I've done it. I've finally done everything that I've come to accomplish here in the bWo. I finally have become the change that I so desperately fought for. I've become the general manager. Therefore, I quite clearly run things. I run two of the most dominant factions in bWo history. I've changed the voting format, not once, but twice. I've been a part of every major storyline since I've been here. I've removed Bones and Trevor from their posts, and I've arranged to have Bobby's bargaining chip taken from him and brought into my camp. My best friend is the longest reigning TYS Champion ever. And last, but certainly not least, I finally achieved my first goal here, to become the Tag Team Champion. In accord with the new council, Better Watch Out will be delayed until the 22nd, in order to give my new regime time to settle in. But make no mistake, the bWo is mine. But instead of being satisfied and just sitting back on my laurels and patting myself on the back and resting, my mind, my soul, my heart, my gut, my balls, all are screaming the same fucking question. What's next? The unknowns. DB. While I still owe him a rematch for last year for ending me my first defeat, I cannot deny that he is the best at what he does, and I will leave him alone so long as he does not agitate me. Tuck. I am unaware of his stake or his reasonings for coming back after being on the brink of death, or if he still blames me for his unfortunate incident. The diplomat in me tells me to extend the olive branch, but the leader in me tells me to finish the job that someone else started. I'll wait for him to make the first move. I just pray that I don't regret it. The judges. While I am the executive and legislative branch of the bWo, I won't become a champion here until the judges and I see eye to eye. And while I try to make it better for them to judge, make it easier for them to judge, it makes it easier for them to tank me. For that matter, I have no solutions but prayer. And last but not least, the direction of the bWo is in my hands. As the leader of the newest generation, I must pilot us through these uncertain waters. Dare I keep us segregated from the rest of the world like the original T'Chaka? Do I share our resources and talent with the world like T'Challa would have? Or do I send my weapons out for all of my people in the E-Feds to take over like Killmonger? Are we better than E-Fed? Or are we the fucking best E-Fed? Do we acknowledge other champions? Or do we stay in our own universe? I quite literally hold the key to that forbidden door. Things I do know. To fulfill the wishes, the final wish of Bones before his banishment, I vow to make sure that the bWo never falters. And that starts with development. I am impressed at the talent and charisma coming out of BXT. I'm proud to see 2 undefeated streaks happening as of right now. The one of Mayhem's final bullet, the Buckshot, and the other of the champion himself, Orion the Arrow Beckles. Now, Buckshot was sent down there as punishment for a poor record, and I hate to say, I'm not too far behind him. However, I know that I'm a main event player. I will test myself. You know what? Scratch that. I am the measuring stick here in the bWo, and I will be testing out my next opponent.
Orion the Arrow Beckles. We've been watching you for a while now, and I gotta say I admire your spunk. But unlike your other opponents, you can't tell me where to face you. I am the general manager. You will come to the main roster. You will face me at Better Watch Out. And you will put up a good fight. See, I don't need your title. I just want your honor, your competitiveness, your courage, and your strength to see how you will lead the next generation of the bWo superstars. Let's see if your aim is true, or if the arrow needs to go in a different direction. I am your general manager, Don Krypton. Welcome to the bWo.
Now, I already know that was probably initially meant to be an intro for the show, but being that it was a 6-minute promo, I think it was better at this part. So you can be mad at me like you're already mad at me, but come on, let's talk about the news. Don Krypton, the general manager, laid down the challenge to the champ. The man who, I swear, he's got every arrow on his back, and it makes sense because he is the arrow. Orion Beckles, the BXT exclusive champion. Now Don Krypton wants to face him at Better Watch Out. He wants to bring him up to the main roster, and he wants him to defend his honor. But in my opinion, if he loses this match, he might as well give up this damn title, because in my opinion, if you're a champion, every match is for the title, whether you like it or not. I don't know. We'll see what happens at Better Watch Out. But Don Krypton, he is opening the door, opening the forbidden door. We are better than E-Fed, but he says we are the best E-Fed. We are so much better. But there are so many champions here. Right now, 3 world champions are born and raised here in bWo, being the WGP World Heavyweight Champion, a different breed vagabond, the Foundation World Heavyweight Champion, Young Gun Stephen Faison, and the biggest title of them all being the bWo World Heavyweight Champion, Jay the Showcase. We are running the eFed world. That's why we're better than eFed. And that's the truth. Better watch out. It's going to be such a big show. I'm so hyped for it. Not to mention, Vagabond is taking on AT. Just AT. So already, this is going to be one of the biggest shows to end off the biggest year. But speaking of which, it's been a big year for BXT. BXT has risen to be one of the most interesting things, and the new school will be rising in the promo division. So this past Wednesday, we had an epic encounter as the recently resurrected Commissioner of the bWo, Mike Tuck, laid down the challenge to the BXT exclusive champion, the Orion Beckles. And this is what went down. So without further ado, your main event of this past Wednesday, BXT, Tuck taking on the Orion Beckles. Send it to the action.
So this is it. This is my first match against one of the big timers of the bWo promo division. And it's against the Commisioner ball people. CM Tuck. As honored as I am that you chose to face me, let's talk serious for a minute. You once said that when somebody drops something, you always pick up the pieces. But just recently, you had the nerve, the audacity, the stones to say that I'm a few quivers short. I'll tell you this much. The only pieces that you're gonna be picking up is your own. When just like all my past opponents, I'll leave you in more broken pieces than a Lego set. If you think that you're safe, thinking that I'm an easy opponent, think again. Don't underestimate me, because when you see and tuck yourself in at bed at night, I'll be there haunting your nightmares for the rest of your life. I'm the BXT champion for a reason. And the reason why I'm called the Arrow is because every time you line up my opponents, I always know how to shoot them down. And let's talk about CM for a minute. For a second, I thought it would stand for something like centimeters or something. But I'll tell you what CM really stands for. CM stands for Colossal Mistake. And Tuck, your colossal mistake was not becoming the Commissioner because you've already lost a ton of control already. Your colossal mistake was not trying to rip off CM Punk. But your colossal mistake was underestimating me. CM Tuck, I never, ever want to be underestimated, because chances are you will be proven wrong. And when I'm through with you, you're gonna end up with your tail CM Tuck between your legs. CM Tuck, you will fail this sim.
Mr. Arrow, I hope that was the best guarantee you ever gave, because I don't know. I don't know if what you gave was good enough, because between you and me, I am so glad that you offered to bring me back to BXT when I offered you something greater, and that confuses me. You see, you are one of a kind. In fact, that you are one of the dumbest fucking competitors I've ever met. Now, anyone else, whether it be Purge, Alpha, hell, even Kush, would have loved to get into the spotlight of PDL, but no, not you, because you realize what I have just failed to realize, something that the entire locker room of the promo division knows is that you are a big fish in a small pond. If you move from a small pond to a lake, you're gonna get eaten alive. Because you see here, just like I should not have this world championship, you should not be the world champion of BXT because nobody believed in you. And I know that's hard to hear. That's embarrassing to hear, but it is the god awful truth because I pushed for you, but they said, no, he's a face. We can't have a face champion. He won't be able to defend himself. He won't be able to rise above. And guess what? You did. So for that, I commend you. But then I think your brain got too big for your britches because you thought you were too good to move from here to there, and you want everyone to come down to your level. And that's why Bones is gone. That is why we can't stop having you versus Alpha or you versus Purge, because no one else cares. See, you could move up Orion, but then you'd have to just change your name to Apollo, because that's exactly what would happen if you moved up. You would buckle under the pressure of bWo. So I don't even want to wear the promo shirt because I don't think it's worth my time and worth your time. So thanks for inviting me back down here, and I hope that you continue to play with the little kids at the kiddie table and ride the short bus, but when you decide to grow up, you can call DK because I'm done, and I'm not going to settle for less anymore. Sorry I believed in you, and sorry I thought you were man enough. Oh yeah, Don, tell your Pillars associates that we're talking very soon.
And proving why he's the exclusive champion, the Era Orion Beckles. And now, next week on BXT, Tommy G is going down there to face off with the champ, and it's leading up to Better Watch Out, where he's taking on the general manager. Orion, the young goat, he's got all eyes on him, and he is the future of this division, and I'm so happy to be a part of it. So, you know the deal. Subscribe to the YouTube page, the bWo Network, and watch all the shows, including every week Promo Division Live. It's the place to watch it. And of course, the 2-night extravaganzas being Promo Slam, Promo Mania, and the last event, Promo Series, Spooky Scary, and the next show, Better Watch Out. You can watch last year's to see what Don Krypton was talking about when the last of a dying breed gave him his first L. You know, that's just what he used to do. But now we're best friends, so you know the deal. Make sure you subscribe and like the bWo Promo Division Facebook page so you can watch every week's episode of BXT, which is posted on Wednesdays. So without further ado, with that being said, I'm DB Greatness. You have a wonderful night.
This is my house now!